Wake up everyone, new GTA 6 Trailer 3 theory just dropped. Straight from Rockstar in Trailer 2. Jason has a watch on that is shown, and you may think that it's just the in-game time, but no, it's actually the date for Trailer 3. 11/08, November 8th. You heard it here first. Also, it does coincide with the earnings call that they recently announced on November 6th. So there actually could be a chance this theory is true. Now, on to the title of this video. Stop saying GTA 6 should be $100. Seriously, you gotta stop with this shit, man. Because no matter what game it is, increasing the price by any amount is bad for us, the consumers. Gamers have to be one of the few groups that just constantly advocate for things that are not in their best interest. It's crazy to me. So this $100 debate began again when this interview dropped. This is from the Saints Row director, I believe. GTA 6 deserves to be $100. That's what he said. Here's the rest of the quote. They're the only ones that can get away with it. They, of course, being Rockstar. I don't think it's a rising tide that floats all boats. I think there will be a tremendous amount of backlash if everyone switched to $100. Not all games are created equal. I think GTA is the only one that can get away with it, and I hope they do. I really hope it's $100. I think it deserves to be $100. So I think there's some good and some bad in this answer. He does say that not all games can do this, because that is 100% correct. Not every game can go to $100, can go to even $80. But him saying that GTA 6 deserves to be $100 is the bad for me, at least at the moment, because we literally have only seen 5 minutes of official footage. No one but Rockstar knows how the game is. It could be bad for all we know. You know, maybe the story is awful. Maybe the online will be riddled with so many microtransactions that people don't want to play it. You just can't say something deserves anything with so little info on it. Now, it is Rockstar, and they do, of course, have an insane track record. And I don't believe anything of what I just said will happen. But until we see more, you can't say this will be the best game ever, or it deserves to be $100. Even Rockstar don't make perfect games, which I think so many people think GTA 6 will end up being. Also, maybe it's just the cynic in me, but these game devs constantly coming out saying GTA 6 should be $100 is probably just so that they can justify increasing the price of their games. Maybe not to $100, but to $80 or even $90. And as they say, give an inch, they will take a mile. One great example of this in recent times with games is the performance of games over the last few years. Maybe before the current consoles came out, we all thought these games would be well optimized and they would all run at 4K 60 FPS on the newer hardware. But then frame generation and upscaling came out, and instead of focusing on better performance, what these developers and publishers did was the bare minimum, and they relied on that frame gen to make it appear better, to make it an artificial 4K 60 FPS. There were also two examples recently with game prices following this give an inch, they will take a mile. After Nintendo announced that they were going to start having $80 games, The Outer Worlds 2 was set to launch at $80. And that's not even a big blockbuster type of game. Then the Borderlands 4 CEO, Randy Pitchford, responded to a fan worried about the game costing $80 by saying, if you're a real fan, you'll make it happen. Which is an insane quote, especially after how bad Borderlands 3 was. Now, Borderlands 4 and both The Outer Worlds ended up being $70, but you can see greed is never ending for these publishers in the gaming space. If GTA 6 goes to $100, then truly the floodgates will open. And quick side note, I know it's not going to happen, but it would be hilarious if Rockstar just said screw all these other publishers and release the game at $60. I mean, Take-Two would never allow that, but it would be quite funny. Another thing you constantly see in this debate is the inflation argument. GTA 5's $60 price tag in today's money is about $80 accounting for inflation. But in my opinion, this is one of the dumbest reasons that people bring up to justify these higher price tags. First off, have salaries gone up at the same rate of inflation? Not for the majority of people. So you can't say, oh, inflation's going up for the game, thus the game must cost more, if the amount of money people are making isn't also going up at the same rate of inflation. The second reason is sort of a bigger one, but people bringing up the inflation number to say that if the game's price doesn't account for inflation, the companies are losing money and thus may go out of business, or might not be successful enough to make a sequel. Which logically does make sense. I mean, if you like something, you want it to succeed so you can have more of it. And in theory, the devs increasing the prices, helps with that. But what so many people who argue for the price to be higher because of inflation seem to look past is how massive the video game market has gotten over the last decade or so. These AAA titles, these AAA games and companies, for the most part, are making record profits year after year. They are not scraping by. So basically, having this giant market offsets the inflation. These companies don't need to raise prices to cover development costs and make profit like they maybe needed to do back in the day, in the early days of gaming, when there was a much smaller player base. Raising the prices nowadays for these AAA titles is simply just greed. And the final thing I want to address is specifically for GTA 6 and Rockstar. As great as these games are, Rockstar as a company over the last 10 years or so has been so anti-consumer, it's not even funny. We all look past it because their games are great and we enjoy them, but I don't understand why anyone would willingly want Rockstar to become even more anti-consumer by making GTA 6 $100. Rockstar don't know you. They're not your friend. You aren't going to receive a medal because you defended them online. They are already being anti-consumer by not releasing PC alongside the consoles. They are simply doing this to double dip because they know a lot of PC gamers will buy the game once on console and then again on PC 6 months later. And we all know they're going to triple dip when the next generation of consoles comes out. GTA 6, regardless if it's good or bad, is going to make an absurd amount of money in the first few months. Probably multi-billions of dollars. I mean, hell, it could even make that in the first couple of days. It will have no trouble turning profit just on sales alone if the game is at the now standard $70. And that, of course, isn't even including the online and all the microtransactions that come with it. Rockstar have perfected the art of milking, and they will milk GTA Online 2 so hard. In-game prices will probably be inflated from the get-go, so you're incentivized to purchase shark cards. Payouts for missions will probably be low, so again, you're incentivized to purchase shark cards. They will probably lock certain things behind the GTA Plus subscription, so you were incentivized to purchase the monthly sub. These things have already happened in the GTA Online we have now, and it has worked for Rockstar. I mean, they made like $8 billion from GTA Online alone. So they are going to continue these things in GTA Online 2 because it makes them a ton of money. So saying you're fine paying $100 or even more for GTA 6 makes no sense to me, because while you may get hundreds of hours of enjoyment out of it, Rockstar don't need the help to turn profit. And then on top of that, you're going to be inundated with all of the online microtransaction stuff. And if you are someone that will say, oh, well, I don't care about online, I'm not going to be playing online, so that doesn't affect me. Let me just remind everyone that GTA 5 single player DLCs, I think there was like 3 or 4 of them, got canceled because the developers were told to focus more on online and not single player. Because again, online made them so much money. So yet another anti-consumer or just anti a fan of their games thing that they did with GTA 5. I think a lot of us would have loved some of the DLCs they were planning, but we will just never know because they focused on online. Now, I get that most people probably don't think about all of this stuff when they say these things, but I really just wish they did. I'm just so tired of gamers being so against what's best for themselves. So anyway, that's the end of the video. That's the end of the rant. I'm just sick and tired of this $100 debate. This should be the last time we talk about it, because we do have trailer 3 coming out in about a month or so, presumably at least. And you would think that the pre-orders will go live with trailer 3, because then we'll be about 5-ish, 6-ish months from the game releasing. And of course, once we get pre-orders, we can see how much Rockstar are going to charge us. But yeah, I'm just disappointed at some of the stuff I'm seeing online and people defending the $100 price tag. But that is going to do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more GTA 6 content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.